I'm an HR practitioner, so we have lead times on recruitment, number of training hours, and so forth, right? Now, that is considered as KPIs, and that is basically your job. And in our performance evaluations, we have a two-tiered approach to it. So generally, we don't put our KPIs as a part of our performance and development objectives. Yeah. So we don't put our KPIs. We don't put our
Interesting.
job down, right? You are paid for your job and you do your job, right? For us, our performance is measured in terms of what more do you do. So we are expected to take on about a 3 to 4 or 3 to 5, I would say, 3 to 5 activities that we will perform over the year, which is above your daily routine. So it could be that you actually do a project. It could be that in your work area, you will look at some kind of an efficiency improvement, a digitalization project, right? You're going to automate. You have a system, you're going to automate it, right? So this is the kind of the approach in terms of objective setting that we do it. So it's most sometimes might be a little different. So if you look
I
at
have a
your
question on that.
great, sure, fire through. More the questions you ask and more things that I could most probably clarify if I know it.
I'm pretty intrigued by the fact that you're not including those measurable performance indicators. Just have a question. If you don't have goals that are objective across the board, how do you calibrate within your team that this is a high performer versus this is an average performer, low performer?
So I never said that we are not having a smart objective. It is a smart objective. Yeah. So it'll have all the elements of smart.
That makes sense because now I can relate. Like my question actually originated from my own experience is that I'm not saying current company or it could be past company. OKRs, to Asanka's point, like as a senior director, I get OKRs published by my leaders, VPs, that invariably would have KPIs in it. Like we have to save certain OPEX this year coming from the budgeting, annual budgeting. Then I basically interpret that and then divide it up in my team and translate it to say things like we have to optimize our processes, we should minimize downtime to certain percentage,
All right. Yep.
we need to reduce number of bugs so we can avoid the cycles. So something that they can anchor to in terms of a measurable number, because I hate to give something that is qualified than quantified, because that's very hard. Then it gets into more of a debate. So now I understand what you're saying. So by the time it gets down to team members, it might be diluted into something that is tangible for them to achieve in terms of project.